All right. Here we are. How's it going? James, Gerrel, Panda Cast, episode 15. The beginning. I don't know why. The beginning of what? I'm just
Of
making
the
shit
end.
up now.
The beginning of
Yeah.
the end.
It's the beginning of the end. The end is nigh. Watchmen. All right, so today we're going to go into this new thing that Microsoft was talking about. Not that it's like entirely new concept that nobody's ever done before, but it's something that they're planning on implementing, which is advertisement in free-to-play games. So we're going to jump into it, give our
Yeah.
thoughts, you know,
Yeah.
maybe a perspective that someone might not have thought of, just kind of as we're rambling through it and thinking about it ourselves. So enjoy that part. And then also, I don't know what else we're going to really jump into, because typically here lately we've been throwing out like one topic and been talking about it the whole time, and then it kind of just leads down different things, which I kind of like that model better. You know how when we first started, it was like you had a topic, I had a topic, and then McGavin had a topic, and we never got to all three. And I felt like the topics were rushed because we were trying to squeeze in the topic in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think having the one general idea as a launching point, and then we just go, I think is more natural and better, I think. And also kind of gives off our natural ability to conversate.
Yes. Of course.
Just my opinion. How you doing, bro?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'll be a lot better if James Blake Panda uploaded the unboxing video. But I'm good.
Oh. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I
But shout
bet
out to
you'd
James.
feel a lot better if James Blake Panda... Yeah, I bet you'd feel better if James Blake Panda watched What If, too, like I said I would this week. I didn't watch it, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, he still has to watch What If Spider-Man No Way Home, and then obviously when Doctor Strange comes out, I don't know when he's gonna watch that. So you talk about the spoiler thing. It's gonna be like 6 months.
Oh, yeah, like the unboxing. Didn't I say 6 months for that PS5 unboxing?
Yeah.
I wasn't wrong. I didn't lie.
Yeah.
I can't remember which order you told me to watch it in. What If or Spider-Man No Way Home?
What If, and then Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay. So I got to watch What If. It's on Disney Plus, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang.
All right, I'll think about it.
So
Maybe
yeah,
I'll watch
guys,
an episode
y'all
today
get
and
on
get into
James,
it.
man. Make sure he stay on his stuff, man. For sure.
Yeah, and if you want to message the show, look us up, patreon.com/splash. Dude, patreon.com Nickelodeon Splash. Fucking patreon.com/Panda Media, where you can support the show. Get it on Mondays, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Fridays, free feeds, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. On YouTube and podcast services. Message the show there. Get featured in the show. We'll read your comments, things like that. We'll shout you out at certain times. I don't know when. But hey, it's a perk. You want to hear your name said by me? Let's pretend your name's Mark.
Like, dude,
If your name's Mark. Oh, dude, I remember when they were trying to make that a thing. Like, it really didn't catch on. Like, not a lot of people would say it, but there was this one dude who would be like, "Man, you sound like a Mark, dude. You sound like a fucking Mark." And it's like, it didn't really catch on. Like, I only heard it a couple of times when I was in like 6th grade, but
They say it more than
no,
North.
if your name's Mark, hi, Mark. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Mark. Have you seen Dude, Where's My Car? I don't know why Dude, Where's My Car has been popping in my head lately.
No, I heard about it.
Have you seen the movie? Like, there's this dude, and it's like Andy Dick is the actor. He's like trapped in the basement, and there's like this French ostrich poacher or whatever, and these two people try to break in to get like his car, and he locks them in the cellar with this other dude named Mark or whatever, and he's like, "I see you've had the pleasure of meeting the ever popular Mark," like, because he's like trying to sound French, so he's like talking all stupid with an accent. And I don't know why I thought about that, but dude, I need to watch Dude, Where's My Car again, because that shit is stupid. Have you seen Dude, Where's My Car? Message the show. Stanley. Yeah, I'm just not a random name. If your name's Stanley, motherfucking message the show. But no, would you go ahead and jump into it? I'm feeling good. Nothing really crazy going on in my life. Feeling good about life, actually. Feeling really good.
Yeah, that's great.
Loving it.
I feel like April kind of did like this, and then it's going back up like it's a stock or something like that. But yeah, so we good, man. So shout out to Microsoft. Actually, I don't know what I hate. I'm shouting out Microsoft, but talking about Microsoft, dude,
Man,
they're
fuck
talking
you,
about
Microsoft. Oh,
Microsoft.
and for the record, fuck you, Sony. Like just so you don't think we fanboys.
No, I love
Fuck
Sony.
you, Sony, for making a
Sony, I
great
love you.
ass console.
He said it. I just see for making a
Please
great
sponsor us.
ass. Yeah, love you, Sony. I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
my one
Fuck you for
stock.
fuck you for making the superior console.
My one stock in Sony. But yeah, guys, Microsoft they
Ah.
they talking about integrating ads in like free to play games, and I don't think it's gonna stop there. I think it's gonna be in like every freaking game. Actually, I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe they'll get copyrighted or in trouble for that. So free to play games, it is. I'm pretty sure. So basically, like, say if you playing, I'll just use GTA for an example, even though it's not a free to play game, or it is. I don't know.
Oh.
Say if it's like a billboard in the game, usually it's like an advertisement for the in-game billboard. They'll put like real life stuff like Pepsi or Coca Cola, or that'd be kind of weird if like you're playing Xbox and you see like a Sony ad, like a PlayStation 5, while you playing the Microsoft game. I highly doubt they'll let that happen, but I think that's pretty interesting.
Nah. Yeah, there'd be some kind of back end trickery to not let that happen, probably. But I just thought about something because you said free to play games.
Yeah.
Now, you know how they'll take versions of games that you can buy, like let's say Spider-Man, Miles Morales, or whatever. And I know that's a Sony game, but they'll take something like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and let's pretend they'll give away PlayStation Plus, that game for free. Does that
Hmm.
count? You know, like let's
Mm,
say it's something for Xbox, like Xbox Game Pass. Let's say Outriders comes out. You can buy the full game or play it through Game Pass. Is that
maybe.
considered free to play because you didn't pay for the
Uh,
game, so ads can be played?
maybe like so I don't know. I think
I
that
feel like they would loophole the shit out of that.
because I
Like
think
if you
the
didn't
example they
purchase the
used
game,
was Burnout. So probably so.
Burnout what?
Burnout, one of the burnouts, I don't know, like back in 2008 or something. I'm not sure. So it's like they
Oh,
started
probably
that back
Burnout
then,
Paradise then.
and now with different technology, with like the internet updates and live and all that other stuff, they can just
Yeah,
easily if somebody paying them some money for advertisement. They can just update it instantly and it's right there.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like okay, I don't care if it's something in the background.
Yeah,
You know, I don't care. Like if you're driving in GTA and there's a billboard that you don't even give a fuck about has an ad on it that's a real life ad. Who cares? It means nothing to
yeah,
me, right? If anything, it'll make it feel more realistic because we're constantly bombarded with fucking ads anyway. The thing
yeah.
that I don't want is like a YouTube style. Every time you fucking start a new level, plays a 30-second ad bullshit like
That'd be
the
terrible.
phone games, like the free to
Yeah,
play phone games. That would be I would be like, fuck this, dude. I'd never play the game again.
yeah,
Like that's the other thing about like games and stuff like that. It's interactive. You take me out of the interactivity for 30 seconds every
yeah.
level or 20 seconds every fucking level. Dude, fuck this game. You're cutting
Exactly.
in like people as like especially like parents and people that have jobs and careers and things like that, whatever. Like that can't just, be a teenager and fucking get off school and play video games for 6 hours. They have very limited time. If the time that I've been able to play video games the most lately is in the mornings. So I wake up, take my daughter to school, and then my other daughter has been sleeping later, so she's been like sleeping till like 10. So for a good like 2 hours, I have like a window to play some games in the morning. Dude, if half the time is spent fucking skipping ads or watching ads or having to download the fucking premium version or pay more to get ad-free games, it's like
Yeah,
that's fucking stupid. They don't play ads in the middle of movies, so why would they play ads in the middle of games? You bought the fucking game. And I understand they're saying free, but even But
Yeah,
we all know Microsoft.
yeah. You gotta pay for
Cheeky
everything.
smile. We all know Microsoft. Yeah, we all know Microsoft. They're gonna like, dude. Why would they let you buy it when they could subscribe it?
They started this paying for online gameplay foolishness. If you think about it,
Yeah.
on PS3 we didn't have to pay
And
to get
here's the
online.
thing. True. And the thing about that I thought was so funny is people back in the day were like, "Oh man, it's a better online experience with Xbox," right? And I'm like, "Dude, I played Xbox Live. I've played PlayStation Network or PSN
Yeah,
on PS3 for free." I was like, "Dude, what is the fucking difference? What premium experience are you getting for paying $60 a year?"
yeah,
Even now, like I pay for my fucking internet,
yeah,
and I can do. This is what's goofy, right? You pay for your internet. You can buy a game on Steam and play online with your friends for free.
yeah,
And Steam is the largest platform on PC for buying video games, right? And you're connected to the servers and using Steam whatever as a launcher or whatever it is. It's like PlayStation was doing the same. Like you're doing the exact same thing with PlayStation. You're doing the exact same thing with Xbox. Why are we paying for this? Now, I can understand, like, oh, yeah, you pay $60 a year and you get 24 free games throughout the year, like 2 games, 3 games every month. Yeah, that makes sense to pay for it. But to pay just specifically for the online access to connect to the servers to play your games,
yeah,
fuck out of here, man. You're not, it doesn't provide anything better. It doesn't, it does not. It
yeah,
does not. I mean, sure, maybe they have a bit of extra capital and things like that to
yeah. That's pretty
reinvest
much it.
into the servers' upkeep and stuff like that. But I would greatly think that server upkeep versus paying out these publishers and developers to get the games for free on PlayStation Plus costs more than the server upkeep.
Yeah, for sure.
I would assume so. Because, I mean, you're
That's
talking about maintaining just a mainframe or like a computer, whatever. Obviously, if there's like big hiccups, things like that, you got smart people there that you're paying good money to deal with it, right? But dude, some of the games that they get on PlayStation Plus, man,
trash.
like you're talking probably no. I'm saying like the good ones.
Oh
Like
yeah,
how much did they pay Activision to get Call of Duty remastered? Or Call of Duty 4 like a year after it came out.
yeah,
Um, Stuff like that. Like, dude, you go into the store right now, Call of Duty 4 is still like $40, $50. Like that shit ain't drop.
yeah. And I
You
know
know,
that costs a lot of money because
I
Call
don't
of
know.
Duty,
It's just one of those
Activision,
things.
they love their money. Like I remember even on the PS4,
Yeah,
when my friend had got like the new Call of Duty, you couldn't even share play it. Like they was like, "No, you don't have the game." That was like the only game that you couldn't share play because they was like, "Dude, you got to buy the game."
yeah. You gotta buy the game. Fuck you. How dare you? How dare you? Like, I don't know. As far as okay, and you brought up actually a good point, like when you were telling me that about the topic, which is like the political ads. So
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, if you want to.
no, I'm saying you go ahead, like you talking.
Okay. Oh yeah, the political stuff. Like the thing about it is, I understand political. Everybody at some point is going to hear something political. It's basically like the countries, any country you in, you're gonna hear something political. But we hear that enough every single day. Do you vote? Do you vote? We get on YouTube, advertisements every single time. When you play a game, you trying to escape from all of that. You trying to relax. You trying to chill. You trying to play the game. I don't want to see freaking billboards of all these different politicians, and especially if they have like a video package. Just imagine like a billboard and it's like a freaking full on ad or something. Or if it's like while you're playing the game, a full state of the address. I don't want to see that while I'm playing the game. I just want to relax, chill,
Yeah,
vibe out. Nobody wants to like. I believe they don't mind paying that money because I'm pretty sure like the government, everybody knows a lot of people play games, and that's going to be broadcast to millions of people. And I probably just gave them some stuff right there. Oh, he has a great idea, but nobody wants to see that in a video game. Uh, I
yeah.
don't know. It's just not cool to me.
Because I just imagine this, like, and again, it is a great idea for the assholes that are gonna do it. Fucking imagine like you're driving through, and you know how like GTA, like the radio's on.
Yeah. Oh my
What if
God,
every like so
no,
often they play like a real
no,
life ad
no,
on the
no.
fucking, and it's on every channel, and it's on every channel. You know how you're flipping through, you're like V Rock, you know, and
Yeah.
then fucking, and then it's like this message has been brought to you by Donald J. Trump, right?
Yeah.
That
Yo.
would like, and here's another thing, and here's another thing. You know how like TV networks and things like that, and different whatever political ads that are paid for, they are pretty unbiased. You know, like I'm not saying like the ads themselves, but I'm saying the networks where Donald Trump can put out a fucking political ad. Joe Biden can put out a political ad.
Yeah.
DeSanta can put out a fucking political ad. It's like all these different people. It's like you can literally watch a Joe Biden ad where he's like Trump sucks. Then you can watch a Trump ad where he's like Joe Biden sucks. And then
Yeah.
like one right after another, right? Let's think about the privately owned, and again, of course, these things are privately owned companies like NBC and whatever, all the different networks. But imagine like a game where the developers, let's say Rockstar, is heavily liberal,
Yeah.
and all you get are liberal ads, like how Trump sucks or whoever the fucking next Republican candidate is sucks.
Yeah.
Let's say it's like ads about pro-abortion or pro-gay or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's just like constantly bombarded with one side.
It's crazy
And
because
it
they
could
actually have
easily
those
go the
ads
other way
in the
too,
game.
where it's like you're constantly yeah, and like let's say you're just dry again. Another thing, like you mentioned when you said like the billboard with like the video, right? Let's say it's like a full blown video ad on a billboard as you're driving through GTA. We're just using that as an example, but what if when you get close to the billboard, the audio starts bleeding in to where where you can't fucking turn the billboard audio off,
Yeah.
or you can't, or you have to pay like a premium thing or like a like the fucking GTA subscription.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, if you're on the GTA Online subscription, you don't get the ads.
Yeah, that's
Like,
terrible, man.
you're paying, people pay for YouTube Premium to get with no ads. Like, I remember when like 2 years ago or 3 years ago when people were like, what is up with YouTube and these double unskippable ads? Like,
Yeah.
it's this unskippable ad. You got to watch the 10-second ad, and then another one plays immediately after it. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, they're just pushing you to pay for the subscription, the premium, so you don't get the ads.
Yeah.
And again, Microsoft says free to play games, right?
Yeah.
They could easily loophole it again, where if you download the game for free, period, ads.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like you start up what's a random game. Let's say you start up Halo Infinite and it was on Xbox Game Pass. You download it, you're like, yeah, I'm so ready to play. Boom, you know, boom. Like the second you turn the game on, 30-second unskippable ad,
Yeah.
and you're just like,
That's terrible. And I know
every time you turn the game on.
what's
Let's
crazy.
say
I
you're
know
getting,
you play Rocket League a lot. Just imagine like every time you score, like a freaking ad plays. Yeah, yeah, that's tough.
thankfully Epic owns Rocket League, and Sony is an investor in Epic.
Okay,
Thankfully,
cool. But it's on Xbox too.
because this sounds like it might be just a Microsoft. I know it's on Xbox too, but let Xbox get the fucked up version. That's fine.
Yeah. Like I think that's freaking nuts, man. Like you said, the skippable, unskippable ads will probably be terrible. If it's just like a picture or something, it's not as bad. But if they have full blown ads, that would just be terrible. Like after, like you said, after every chapter of a video game, they play a ad or something like that. Like it make
Yeah,
sense. You know how like in Uncharted 3 or Uncharted 4, they used to have Uncharted TV. It was related to the game. Like it would be cool if they showed like the
yeah,
trailer for the movie in the game. It made sense. But if you
yeah.
go in and
That's
put
fine.
something
Yeah,
stupid, you know what I'm saying? Man, I would hate that after every
yeah.
chapter.
Or
And then
like,
yeah, it's tough.
yeah, and with that, it's like an online experience, right? And you know that made sense, like the Uncharted TV. Even though after a while they stopped updating the videos, so you just would constantly get the same videos. I'd be turning that shit off, and let it be something that it's like something that you can turn off or skip over. You know, it's like if people don't mind it playing, let it fucking play.
Yeah.
Because guess what? There's people that don't pay for the premium version because they don't give a fuck about the ads. They just skip it. They just deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, they're numb to it. So they're just like, whatever, skip. Or they just let the thing play and then, oh, cool, I'm in the song. Loop the video so I don't have to fucking listen to another ad by skipping on another song.
Yeah.
It's like, when it comes to advertisement, I think of Wally, where
Really?
they're just constantly bombarded with advertisement. They're these fat fucks that are in like hover chairs, and all they do is they're just on the phone consuming, right? And I, it seems it's okay. I know it's a first world problem because I mean, there's people that, if you really have like a perspective, there's people that don't have clean water to drink,
Yeah.
and I get that. And I also understand that it is the company's imperative to make money, and I get that. There's also something to be said about how things used to be, where people used to make quality items that would last a long time. Now, manufacturing and companies make quantity items so they can mass produce it. They break in a fucking year, so you got to buy another one the next year. They
Apple.
do shady shit like the Apple updates. Yeah, where they'll make sure they'll like upload software that makes the phone perform worse. So you'll be like, man, my phone sucks now. I need to get the new one. It's like, I understand that companies do that, and it's kind of unethical and kind of shady and shit like that, right? And I also have the perspective that it is a first world problem. Like, nobody in fucking wherever the fuck no clean water place is thinking about like, man, I really hate to fucking see a Spider-Man into the Nexus or into the Spider-Verse 2 trailer on my fucking GTA lobby. They're not worried about that, and I get that. And it is kind of one of those things where we don't know how exactly they're going to implement it. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to be just too overly critical. Even though I do hate the idea, just initially, nobody's like, yeah, more ads. Nobody likes the idea, except
No.
for the company.
Like
Nobody's like, yeah, thrilled.
it has to make sense, dude. Like you said, if you playing Spider Man,
Yeah,
let's see an ad for Into the Verse that's coming out like in October or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something like
right.
that.
Or
Don't. Oh my gosh, man. I'm just thinking about it now. I hope it's nothing
yeah,
stupid.
like you showed me a picture of that car, and then there was like a fucking Obama ad, or like an ad where it's like Obama's face and like saying some message or whatever. I'm like, okay, with that, it's like, um, that's exactly the thing that I wouldn't like.
Yeah.
Except that still wouldn't bother me as much as like unskippable video ads,
Yeah.
you know? Or skippable video ads. Like I don't even want a fucking ad pop up where I have to skip it after 5 seconds. I don't even want to do that. Because again, like if it makes sense, like FIFA, GTA, an open world game where, dude, if you're, let's say you're playing an open world game like Destiny or something like that, and you go back to the little hub or
Yeah.
whatever it is, like next to the Traveler or some shit, and when you're going to like the billboard where there's like bounties and stuff like that, if you have like a little ad right there, like a little, like one of them's like a little ad, like up in the top left corner, and
Yeah.
it's just like a little sponsor thing where it's like, oh hey, check out Uncharted movie.
Yeah.
Sure, it takes you out of the experience because you're like, why the fuck are they advertising to my guardian about the Uncharted movie in Destiny? Because it's like that would be like the ad that's on the billboard, you know, like
Yeah.
integrated into the game where it's just like, okay, it's like a little small, non inconvenient thing where it's like, it's not something that you can click on. It's not something that you can fucking act stupid with.
Yeah.
Maybe, I know they would probably want to make it clickable so you can go buy a ticket or some
A
shit.
full screen or something.
Um, yeah, or like a full screen. Like, I wouldn't want that. Like, let's say the billboard's like this, and then you get all your bounties right here, and then over in the top left, there's like a little, hey, check out the Uncharted movie.
Yeah.
That wouldn't bother me as much, you know, because I am a rational adult and human being. Where guess what? When things bother me, I just move on with my life. Like I don't have to inconvenience everybody else's lives or opinion or make them fucking change because I'm pussy scared, right? How about if it's gonna be an inconvenience to me? Sometimes I can suck it up and be like, hey, like I said, it's a first world problem. Like, oh, a fucking ad pops up before I play this game, right? Yeah, naturally, the games that do implement that, you can vote with your wallet and stop playing them as soon as the ads fucking get implemented. That'll get the ads out of there really quick. Fucking do some kind of petition online or what have you and be like, hey, fuck these ads. We don't want them. We're not playing the game. And I'm telling you, let's say Call of Duty, they start implementing these fucking ads or whatever. I'm telling you, if they implement the ads, and obviously they're going to have fucking whatever data to look at, and they're going to make the decision based off the data. Companies like money, especially Activision, especially Microsoft.
Sure.
So if it comes to a point where they implement ads like stupid, like doesn't make sense ads, like 30-second, a minute unskippable ads or whatever, like at the beginning, every time you start up the game or every time you start up a new online match. Imagine you play the whole match and then boom, 20-second ad pops up for everybody. Everybody's watching the same ad and it's unskippable because I have to let everybody be on the same page.
Yeah.
Dude, what if you get disconnected and you're playing, let's say you're playing an online match, you're like idling or away from the game and you know how it boots you out for inactivity? Yeah. What if you have to watch a fucking 2-minute ad to get back online?
Oh, shoot. What if
that's what they do with like Candy Crush.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Oh,
like,
no.
Because you know how it's like a 10-second cooldown?
Yeah.
You die, they play a fucking 10-second ad. Dude, if they implement any of the shit that makes no fucking sense. Because you know how, like, sometimes in some games, like, if you die, you can't, like, talk to your teammates until you respawn?
Yeah.
Like, if you're playing, like, online or whatever, like, and you're using in-game chat, how it used to be. Like, imagine that. Like, you're fucking, like, you get shot, and you're trying to be like, yo, dude, he's right there around the corner, blah, 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 right? But you can't because you're fucking watching an ad. Now you're a hindrance to your teammates. And again, this is just bullshit, but I wouldn't fucking put it past them. But here's the thing. If the ads start and the ads come in, don't interact with them. Don't click them. Don't watch them. Because if they're getting zero data from the ads, they're going to take them out. If they're getting deduction in sales, they're going to take them out. Like if the Call of Duty, let's say they do it for Call of Duty and the Call of Duty community collectively comes together, which all the fucking 14-year-olds aren't going to give a shit. They're just going to be like, oh, well, man, fuck Fortnite skin. Click. And then they fucking buy it through Call of Duty. But if it gets to the point, it goes back to something that Colin Moriarty says all the time in the industry, vote with your wallet.
Yeah.
If a company like Activision does something that you like they put out fucking Crash Bandicoot 4 or 5, whatever, and it's a good game and you really enjoy it, buy the game. Great. Buy the game. Then let's say they implement ads into Call of Duty. Don't buy the game. Don't interact with the ads because guess what? If it costs them money, they're going to take it out. Someone told me this, or I heard this somewhere, that look at a car company and a recall, like Ford. Let's use them as an example.
Yeah.
If, let's say their driver seats randomly explode after 100,000 miles. Right? Just something outrageous. If the lawsuits that they would receive for not fixing it and people getting injured, if Ford would receive lawsuits and it would cost 1 penny less than recalling all of the vehicles, they would go with the lawsuits.
Yeah.
They wouldn't fix them. Because if, let's say they have 100,000 cars and all of them have the fucking defect and they have like percentages where only 20% of those 100,000 cars are going to actually hit the mark to actually cause an issue. And then if they take that 20% and cost analysis on how much it would be to pay out all the lawsuits and settle with everybody, and it turns out to be cheaper than recalling all $100,000 cars or 100,000 cars, they would fucking go with the lawsuits because it would save the company money. That's how companies think. And again, I'm just using them as an example, like not that they really did that or whatever, but someone said that like a company would do a cost analysis or risk analysis or whatever, and go with the cheaper option always. So if they put ads in the thing, Call of Duty community comes together, and you know how they normally sell 20 million units.
Yeah.
If they come together And they're like, fuck that. We don't like the ads. And the next Call of Duty game only sells 10 million copies.
Mhm.
Guess how quick the ads will go?
Freaking
They
instant.
would be out of the game.
Yeah.
They would patch the game and be like, hey, they would do like a relaunch, new trailer, like halfway through the year. Call of Duty 17, now with no ads.
No, no.
Or they would charge you like a $5 thing. Or like, hey, $5. Or they would be like, hey, you could pay $1. Imagine that. 20 million units. They'd be like, you could pay $1 more and get it ad free.
I
And then
want,
they make
yeah.
20 million more dollars.
I would have put it past him either.
Yeah, dude, don't even do that. Just don't buy the game. Survive on the last Call of Duty for a year. I know you can do it. Or find a new game to play for literally just 1 year. Don't buy the fucking next Call of Duty. Let that be the worst selling Call of Duty on the
Yeah,
fucking planet, and they will remove they will remove it.
yeah,
They'll have to, because the fucking stock would plummet. The board would be like, "What the fuck?"
yeah.
In the company, they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, the game is
Like they're
already
coming together.
expensive. Like usually
People
when they
don't
release it,
realize.
it's already like a
Yeah,
hundred. Like the most expensive Call of Duty is like $120. Like they already know they're gonna make a lot of money with like all
right.
the packs and stuff like that. It's freaking nuts.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, it's like, let one game be the worst selling game ever with those ads. No game will do it again. And especially if you took down like a giant like GTA or Call of Duty. Like if you let something like a big, huge game just sell like trash,
Yeah,
a smaller game wouldn't dare.
yeah. Like they'll get money, but
So, I
at the
mean,
end, it'll like they'll lose. It's like they'll get money from the advertisement, like the company, but then they'll actually lose people playing the game. So
yeah,
therefore, they lose one side, and they're still gonna lose both sides.
right. This is the thing. Like, and I understand that companies want to maximize profits, and that's a whole
Yeah,
fucking point.
yeah,
But it's like, dude, if you got a good thing, you know how you make your money as a company? Customer satisfaction, people coming back,
yeah,
right? And the thing about it is, the players and the people have more power than they think they do. They just got to come together on the idea. It's just, I feel like the advertisements, like how they're talking, and basically a lot of the stuff that we kind of came up, like worst case scenarios, is bad for gaming.
yeah,
It's bad for the player. Like, why would you want to be? You're already bombarded with ads in your everyday life. Why would you want more? Why would
yeah,
you be okay with more?
yeah,
Basically it kind of reminds me of this part in Jordan Peterson's book 12 Rules of Life. One of them is like stand up straight with your shoulders back. Basically, don't be a coward
yeah,
when no when basically it's like if somebody does something or asks you to do something and the appropriate answer is no and you say no, then you gain a little confidence, you gain a little courage, you stand up to that person, you reestablish the relationship in a more positive light where you stand up for yourself and they stand up for what they themselves and what they believe in, right?
yeah,
But if the no is required and you say yes, you become a little less courageous. You are a little more defeated and unconfident. Your self-esteem goes down a little bit because you're willingly accepting something that you don't want to do or don't like.
yeah,
And it kind of diminishes your own self-value to yourself. And what it also does is it's increases the confidence, the courage, the whatever of the other person. So the other person wins and you lose. Even on like a very minor scale, there's always like very psychological and subconscious differences in the way they would view each other based off the answers and the interaction, right?
yeah,
This is how governments and things like that chip away at people's freedoms. Because eventually, when it gets to a point where a harsh no is required, it's already too late. You've already said yes 60 times
yeah,
on little shit. So you need to start, like, people need to practice saying no to shit that they don't like immediately. So if ads get implemented in Call of Duty, don't just suck it up. Just be like, no, I'm
yeah.
not playing the game.
That
You
reminds
know?
me of something else I would
That's
talk
how I
about too
feel
after
about.
this. But I'll say it after
Okay.
this.
I mean, that makes me think about Plants vs Zombies. Yeah, that makes me think about Plants vs Zombies. Like the first game came out, you could buy it for like $5 or something like that, and play it with no ads,
Yeah,
right? And the game was great. Like you play through the whole game. But then you get Plants vs Zombies 2, and they didn't have that option. You couldn't just buy it. You had to play the free version with ads and shit like that. And you're constantly skipping ads. Like every time you start a new level, every time you do this, every time you do that, every time you upgrade your shit, it's like boom, 5 second ad, 10 second ad,
mm,
30 second ad. If you run out of lives, you fucking watch ads to get more lives. It's like, dude, I've watched fucking 20 minutes of commercials playing this game for 30 minutes.
yeah,
It's like, god damn, like it gets to the point where it's not even a video game anymore. It's a fucking advertisement with some
yeah,
gameplay elements.
yeah. Exactly. I feel like
I don't know.
the best way to do it is kind of how like Ubisoft did it. Remember with the sponsorship with Prada? I feel like that's the perfect way. If somebody is like an
Yeah.
advertisement, integrate it into the game where it works. You see what I'm saying? Like they got to deal with
Yeah.
Prada, make it a
Like
clothes like the clothes. Like that's perfect.
exactly. Like that's actually a really good example. Like imagine in GTA they have a sponsorship with Nike, right? And you can get legit real fucking shoes in the game, right?
Yeah,
And if you actually like let's say they do something crazy where they implement a what is it when they bring something back and they make it again?
a recall, a release, I
No,
don't
no,
know,
no, no. Like
reboot.
oh yeah, like a re-release of yeah, like a re-release of the fucking I don't think it's whatever. Like the original Jordans, right?
Yeah,
Like the very first ones, the Jordan ones or whatever they are. Forgot what the fuck they're called. Let's say they release those in GTA, and there's something like outrageous, right? Like $2 million to get in-game currency.
yeah,
But if you're somebody that buys it, you can redeem a real life voucher to where you get the opportunity to get a limited edition. Like let's say they do like a special re-release of the first edition Jordans, and they only make 200 pairs or some shit like that. And let's say if you are one of the people that are able to get it in game, you can redeem a voucher to then buy it in real life and be one of the 200 people to secure a spot.
yeah. So
And they
Metaverse
make it
takes
like a
the
big special event. Like it's yeah, like it's a big event where they're like, "Hey, we're re-releasing this, da 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 da. Go on to GTA at this time, compete to get your opportunity to buy it. You also get an in-game version, so you can stun on everybody. There's only like a limited amount, maybe like 1,000 or some shit, and then maybe there's like 1,000 real-life ones that they make. Super limited edition, premium. Man, the amount of people that would fucking participate in that thing, and let's say it's like $1 to participate
yeah,
in the fucking live event or the huge event for like something crazy like that, like original Jordans.
yeah,
And then they make a fucking version of it in real life, and you're able to get that in real life. And let's say there's something crazy like $500, $1,000, or something like that.
yeah,
Dude, Nike wins, GTA wins because so many people are on the fucking game wanting to play.
yeah,
So many like the players that are participating win because one, they get the opportunity to be part of this cool event. They get the opportunity to have the in-game shoes and potentially win an opportunity to get the real life shoe. And oh my god,
yeah. It works
that
like
that
that.
just sounds like a really cool fucking yeah. That it works like that's a fucking ad campaign
Yeah,
where it's like fun and cool and people want to be a part of it. That sounds like something interesting. But fucking driving by and then you're listening to butt fuck whatever on the game and you can't turn the radio off. Imagine if you have the radio off in the game and every fucking 10 minutes it pops on, plays the ad, and then turns off.
yeah,
Fuck that.
exactly.
That's stupid. Because YouTube does that. Like if you're listening to, let's say you have a YouTube video playing and there's like an ad. You skip the ad, but then like halfway through the video, you pause it and you go do something for like 3 hours, and
Yeah,
then you come back, hit play. It'll play an ad immediately, even though you're in the middle of the video.
yeah.
It's like shit like that. I can imagine they'd have like backlogs of like, oh, you haven't played in 6 months, so here's 3-minute ads.
That'd be terrible. Welcome
That would
back.
be fucking terrible. Like you got to fucking catch up. Yeah, welcome back, and then there's ads playing,
Yeah.
or like, what if it's like a constant fucking like the Uncharted TV thing, and it's a little box in the bottom left hand corner of the screen that constantly plays ads, and you can't turn it off.
Oh no, no, no.
All you
Yeah,
can do is mute it.
yeah,
Like there's so many ways they could do it wrong,
yeah,
and then there's so many ways. Like you gave the example of the Prada, or like the fictional example of the Nike event, and there's so many ways they could do it right.
yeah. Like I feel like you said, take the
And
we both
again,
said take the sponsors, integrate it into the game where it works. Not like
mhm.
something stupid. Like if it's a medieval game, like don't have the people wearing Nike boots or something like that. Like make it where it's something like
That'd be sick. Like in Elden
yeah.
Ring, you're wearing like a Jordan jersey. Like, hey.
Unless it's like the mode, like some free like random like mode, like you can just do whatever. Fun like what they call it, sandbox type mode.
Yeah,
Just go crazy with
yeah. That's fine. Yeah, and then they do something like that in Rocket League, where it's like they'll have like car brands like Ferrari and stuff like that, and they'll put the Ferrari, and it'll be like a car that you can drive in the game, and now boom, you got a Ferrari car, you know,
yeah,
and that's like an advertisement, like whatever. That's cool.
yeah.
And I don't think it's really Ferrari. I can't remember what it is, but it's like it's something where you can get somebody's interest in. Let's say there's like a teenager that's interested in cars, things like that, and you can influence them young to like your brand, like
Yeah,
Mercedes or some shit. And then when they grow up and become those buyers in 10 years, now they're interested in Mercedes. You got a client, you got a customer, because man, I remember when I was playing Rocket League, there was this really cool fucking Mercedes, and I had to
exactly.
have it.
Yeah,
You know, where it makes sense. Like your car in the game looks cool. You're just playing the game. It's not like a in your face punch you ad, 30-second unskippable ad every time you get a goal. Um, it's something that you can actually implement in the game and it be interesting. That's a really good point, dude. I didn't even think about that
yeah. The best
at
way
first.
to do an ad is to not make it so obvious, to make it integrated in something that you're already doing. That's like the best advertisement. Like I feel like that's great. Just do something that's already in the game, and then just make it whatever the company's talking about. That's why I said. That's why I said shout out to Ubisoft with the Prada stuff, because the outfits. That's what people wanted, more outfits in the game anyway. You get a deal from Prada, put the outfit in the game,
Right.
and there you go.
Yeah, and now people are like, "Damn, these Prada outfits are really cool," and that's gonna make somebody want to go and look up Prada, and
Which
then
I did.
potentially increase their bottom line.
I did. I was like, yo, let me
Yeah.
see how much
See,
this
there
shit
you
cost.
go.
And I was like, oh,
There you
here you go.
go.
It's like expensive, but yeah, I thought
You're
it
like,
was
oh
cool.
fuck no, $500 for a thong. It's like,
That's actually cheap, dude. Prada's like
I don't
four
know. It's
thousand
really like
six
that.
hundred. Not
Oh
for a
fuck,
thong.
never mind, dude. I'm glad. Yeah, my in-game character can be like balling out of control, but not me. For right now.
Yeah.
But like when it comes down to that, man, that actually sounds like a cool thing. Like imagine if there's like a Prada store in GTA,
Yeah.
and then you just go to the Prada store and buy in-game items, things like that. And again, it's very subtle. It just piques people's interest in the brand awareness.
Yeah.
They're associating Prada with expensive, cool style clothes, and they can run around in the game looking awesome, and then they can implement that in real
Yeah.
life. Like, oh shit, that's really cool. I didn't even think about like this as a style, and then you can influence people's real life style, and potentially they in the future they become a Prada customer.
Exactly, because
You know,
especially
just as an
GTA.
example, like the Ubisoft thing.
GTA is California, so they have
Exactly.
Rodeo Drive. Like it's literally in the game. Just have like that whole Rodeo Drive can be like real life advertisements of real clothes, and that would be like the
Yeah,
best thing ever for them.
yeah. You could set it up to be like the exact real life
Yeah,
rodeo
yeah,
drive.
Rodeo Drive. Yeah,
That's what you said.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah,
So you can contact all the people, all those stores, things like that. That's what they did in. Not that it's like crazy, but I think that's what they did in Infamous Second Son with who are they? Sucker Punch, where they made Seattle. Right, they
yeah,
went to a couple of local businesses like this donut shop, this other thing, and talked with them and put them in the game. So it's almost like a little advertisement that way too, where when people go to Seattle, they're like, "Oh man, I want to check out this donut shop because I fucking Infamous Second
Yeah,
Son was a cool game that I liked." And I'm pretty
exactly.
sure they people have come in and you could easily in the store have a fucking ad for the game. It
Yeah,
can work both ways. Imagine somebody goes into that donut shop and they're like, they see a Infamous Second Son poster and they're like, oh, what's that? And then it's like, oh, actually, we were featured in this game on PlayStation 4. It was actually came out like a few years ago. It was actually really cool. So it was like there's a local company that we worked with and they recreated our store in the video game.
yeah,
And people are gonna be like, "Oh, dude, that's fucking dope," like. And
yeah,
then somebody who didn't hear about the game might play it, and somebody who didn't hear about who played the game might be like, "Oh, that's a real place. Shit, let me go there."
yeah.
And oh man, now I'm sitting in the fucking donut shop that I fucking did like the fucking smoke like electric power on.
Yeah, I always thought stuff like that was cool. Like
I don't know, like integrating it that way sounds cool.
even when I play the football games, like seeing the freaking stadium, knowing that I've been there, I'm like, yo, this is freaking sick. I'm playing the game and I've been there before. Like even that small stuff, and then seeing
Yeah,
something like a donut shop would be freaking awesome. You know?
like, and that's where it would make sense too. Like you said earlier with FIFA and 2K and stuff like that, where it's like, dude, if you're playing a football game and they have like the ad banner that goes across like the little perimeter around the soccer field on FIFA or some shit,
Yeah.
let it be real ads. That's fine.
Oh, they actually have that. They have the
It
Pizza Hut
doesn't
ads.
impact the game.
They have a Pizza Hut
Yeah.
ad.
Oh, okay. There you go. It doesn't. It doesn't fuck with the gameplay experience. It actually enhances it because in real life they have
Yeah,
fucking real life ads right there.
yeah,
So if you're in the game and they have real life ads right there, you're like, oh, this feels even more authentic.
yeah,
You know? And again, with GTA, like driving through Los Santos and there's a billboard for whatever, if it's just a static image, a billboard, you're not paying attention to the fucking billboards in the game right now anyway. It doesn't interfere with your experience. I don't care about that.
Unless
That's
it's like the
fine.
same
But again,
advertisement on every billboard. Like it's a whole bunch of just political ads all the way
oh
down the
yeah,
street. I'll be like, oh, heck no.
yeah, like you look down and then it's like just Obama's face 50 times. Like, maybe that's a little much. Maybe it's a little more noticeable now. But what I mean is, yeah, if it's something like that where okay, um, it's not punching you in the face or it's not
Yeah,
implemented in like um, uh, an a gaudy way,
yeah,
like where it's just like in your face, like you can't avoid it, you know, like the unskippable ads and video ads, and I'm using YouTube unskippable ads as the example there, but
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Cause
if it's something like that, I don't like again. It all comes down to if it's implemented properly, right?
yeah,
And again, the loophole of is it a free to play game? Like the game cannot be purchased. You can only
yeah,
buy. You can only have the free version and buy like packs or skins, and the game itself is free. Or if it's a game that can be purchased, but you got it for free,
yeah,
because I don't think that would be cool. And I think if they specifically say free to play games, because guess what? If you buy the disc version, or if let's say you buy the disc version and then you give it to me, and then I play it, how do they know if I paid for it or not?
yeah,
So that it really that would be the loophole where it's like in the other direction where it's like you don't know if I paid for this game. Now, I mean, if you download it from the PlayStation Network or Xbox store, then they know that hey, you downloaded it for free, and I get that. But if it could have been purchased, if not for the deal that I got with Xbox Live or what have you, because technically I'm paying for Xbox Live or games with gold to get the game, so it's not free. I'm paying for Game Pass, so it's not free.
yeah,
Now, if that is in the terminology where they can't implement ads into a game that can be purchased or is in some way purchased, then that's even better.
yeah.
If it's specifically just the games that are free to play, like Fortnite, Rocket League, and whatever, Warzone, shit like that, then yeah,
Yeah. Because
I'd
Fortnite
be
technically does
that
that
would be a
already,
little less
but they do it
egregious.
right too. They do it like if they it's like
Yeah.
Marvel or whatever, they make it a
Yes.
skin.
With like, yeah, they make it a skin. It's like, and they make it the fucking Tom Holland No Way Home skin. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh, when you're playing with the character, it's like, hey, the movie's out, blah 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 blah. Leave that in the description of the skin. You
yeah.
know,
They even had
and
that
then
with
after the
Thanos at one
movie's
point.
out, it's like, oh yeah,
That was-
yeah, but
uh,
yeah, that makes sense to me. Where it doesn't feel like it's just in your face for no reason.
So yeah, guys, I think that's the best way to do it. Like advertisements, obviously, we've been seeing it forever from TV, from this. There was a time where it wasn't on YouTube at all, and then when Google bought it, they made some more money off of it. There were times where ads wasn't so bad; it was just like a little ad that pops up, and you can press X on it instantly. They still got those, but it's not. You don't see that too
Oh
often.
yeah, I remember those.
Or there was a part where it's
No.
like one at the beginning, one at the end. Now they just put both of them at the beginning and then another one at the end. Like it's two ads and then the third one at the end or in the middle or whatever. It's
Yeah, then they
crazy.
got like the two unskippable ones where it's like you're watching there for 30 seconds on two ads. Like, dude, I don't give a fuck about Facebook Messenger.
Like what I used to
Like,
hate
who doesn't have it? Why are you advertising?
is stuff that I already had and they would advertise it. Like, dude, I already have like this freaking app. Like the crypto. Like right now, the ones I
Yeah.
don't I don't like Credit Karma Texas. I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? But I hate that freaking Credit Karma text that pops up every single time. It pops up every single day, and that ad sucks. Like I think I sometimes if I can, I'll just go to it and stop ad because it'll say like you can stop it because it's repetitive. But that advertisement is literally on
Uh-huh.
every single video I watch on YouTube, and it's annoying. It gets like outplayed. Then people are gonna be like, I don't even want to buy this product no
You're
more. I
like,
don't even
dude, I
want
already
to use
filed my taxes.
it. Yeah, I already did it. They're advertising
It's like, I
this
already filed my taxes.
like the deadline is coming up already. Like people should have been did this.
Yeah.
Like
It's like, dude, I already fucking did it. But yeah, man.
so yeah, guys. So Microsoft,
Mm.
even though you guys are the other company in my eyes, don't do nothing stupid, man. I know you guys still use batteries for the controller and all this other foolishness, but don't make the wrong decision, man. Please, for the gamer's sake, don't do nothing stupid.
Dude, you know what this is I forgot what it is. I forgot what it's called. It's when it's like Stockholm syndrome, I think is what it is, where it's like you're so used to this thing that's inconvenient and annoying
Yeah,
that you start to think that it's like a better option. Where I think it's brought up with the show that I listen to with the PlayStation 3 cross media bar, where they're like, man, we were like, man, PS3 is so great, yeah, and then PS4 came out, and you're like, what the fuck? PS3 sucked with that cross media bar, right? And it was so slow and all this other, like, you start seeing all the flaws, like you're just immune to them, like you don't see the flaw in it until you experience the other, and then you go back in hindsight and be like, oh man, that really actually sucked. Um, I feel like that's how it is with Xbox controllers and the fucking batteries, because I've legit talked to people where they're like, "Oh man, the batteries are the better option," and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then it's like, "Yeah, dude. Like, dude, imagine you got one controller, you're in the middle of the game, your batteries die. You can just pause the game, pop new batteries in, and then keep playing. You don't have to recharge. There's no recharge time." I'm like, "Dude, just recharge the fucking batteries when you're not playing."
or while you're playing, what the heck are they
And
talking
then you
about?
fucking yeah, it's like, dude, just plug it in if you want. Or crazy theory, have two controllers. So when one dies, you put it on the charger, you pick up the next one, no recharge time.
Exactly. You freaking playing
Like
online and
one
then
of
you
my
have to run
controllers
and
is
go
always
get
on
the
the
batteries. Like, oh my
dude.
god.
Okay, well, guess what? Well, guess what? Let's say crazy theory here. Let's say you don't have batteries in your fucking house
Yeah.
and you got to run to the like you're in the middle of the game, batteries die. Well, let me go change the batteries. Then you go fucking run to the store, come back to buy $15 batteries that you're gonna
Yeah.
have for fucking
Expensive.
everything in the house. So you're only gonna use about 5 of them for your Xbox controller, or 4 of them, or 6 of them, whatever. And the rest are gonna go to the TV remote and the fucking other thing and the Hulu remote. or the Roku remote, whatever. And it's like your flashlight, the batteries are utilized for all this other bullshit. Or I could just literally go like this. Here's the controller dock,
Yeah.
and then the little light turns yellow and starts charging. But people legit argue that the batteries are better, and I'm like,
No.
my controller has a battery in it too, right? Only it recharges. It's just stupid.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen the
fucking
controller plenty of
stupid.
times, like with friends that have Xbox. There's plenty of times where it just turns off, and you'd be like, "Oh, that was me. No, that was you." Like that don't happen on the PS4 or the PS5 like that. Like the battery can literally just fall out of place, and
Yeah.
you have to constantly just hold the thing all the time. So
Oh yeah, where like the fucking battery gets loose, like the Duracell battery, like
yeah,
the connectors get loose, so the
yeah.
batteries like fucking fall out. Or worse, the fucking little back covering breaks, and
Oh
then like
yeah,
now you just have to fucking tape them on the back. I used to do. Oh my god, fuck that with
yeah,
the Game Boy and shit.
yeah.
You'll be playing a game on Game Boy and fucking set it down a little slightly too hard. The battery falls out. You lose your progress.
Ooh, yeah, like a Pokemon. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, that used to suck. You just
Dude, I
need
was
like a
playing.
boss. So-
Yeah, like the yeah, I was playing Donkey Kong, like the Game Boy Donkey Kong version, or the I was playing the Game Boy Donkey Kong version. I was playing Donkey Kong the Game Boy version, and it was so many times where it's like if you didn't save before you turned the game off, like you would start back from the last time you saved, and oh my fucking god,
yeah.
I would go through like 10 levels and have to redo them because the battery fell out.
Oh man,
No,
we came a long way from
but man,
batteries,
so
for sure.
Microsoft, get your shit together. Get your shit together. Second most profitable company in the world. Fucking get your shit together. I don't know if it's second. It's probably like fifth or 10th or something. But no. As far as the implementing advertisements in games, do it right for it to count. Because if
Yeah,
it's done wrong, we'll hate you forever.
yeah. It's forever.
Man,
Yeah, do it right, please, because like you said, the
please do it right.
gaming, ever like especially with this whole bull crap, gaming has excelled tremendously. People was at home, they didn't know what the heck to do. They was playing games.
Yeah,
Gaming is the future. With this whole metaverse stuff coming, everybody's going to be chilling, doing stuff like this, all the time. And implementing it the right way will
yeah,
be the benefit the all companies, the player, the company, and the other company is going to be better. You know what I'm saying? If you do it the right way, because metaverse, everybody's going to be connected in one way, and all this other stuff. Just make it make sense. Otherwise, it's going to be stupid, and nobody's going to want to buy it, or nobody's going to want to play it, or like you said, nobody's going to want to pay attention. They'll be playing the game, and there's an ad pop up, and then they're going to be like, "Let me go use the restroom," and then like, "I don't even want to play this no more," and just turn it off.
right. Have you done that? Like where dude, I've done that so many times where you click on a video, a YouTube video,
Yeah,
the ad starts playing, it's like 30 seconds, and
yeah.
then you're just like, fuck this video. It wasn't even that even interesting. Like,
Yeah, plenty of times.
you're
Like
like,
I
never
try
mind.
to go, especially on my PlayStation. Like I press circle and press X again and try to skip it, and I'm like, dude, f this. I just turn off, go to the next one.
Yeah, you're like, I wasn't even really that interested in that video. That's not what I came to YouTube for anyway. So, like, you know how like the video it'll be like a suggested video to
Yeah,
where, oh, that looks interesting. Let me watch it. You'll click on it and it'll be like a 1 minute ad, and you're like,
yeah. And
yeah, I wasn't really that interested
what's
anyway.
crazy, it'll be like the
And
shortest videos.
then
It'll
just
be
go
like 20
search for the thing that you
seconds.
were looking for.
A 20-second video with
Yeah.
like a minute
Yeah, that's so fucking stupid. That's so stupid. But nah, as far as that goes, I mean, guys, tell us your thoughts on it. What do you think Microsoft could do? Or how could they implement it in a way that wouldn't bother you? And also, would you speak with your wallet? And if something like that implemented into Call of Duty, would you not buy the game? You know, would you stand up and say, "Hey, no, I don't want this. I don't like this," and really kind of stand up for what you want? Because guess what? Ultimately, it comes down to what you want as a consumer. Because it's your money that you work for. No company is holding a gun to your head saying, "Buy my shit." It's you that swipes the credit card, punches in the pin, and all that other stuff. So when it comes down to it, are you getting what you're paying for, and are you happy with what you're paying for?
Yeah.
If you want to spend $60 on a Call of Duty game and you're expecting to play the game, nope. You're buying the game and you're watching 200. Like, imagine you play that game every day and you watch a 30-second ad every day, multiple times. Let's say you start and stop the game a couple times a day, and every time there's a 30-second ad, right? Let's just pretend 30 seconds for whatever. So 1 minute. 1 minute a day of advertisement from starting and stopping the game. Even just 1 minute times 365. 365 minutes divided by 60. You spent 6 hours of your time watching ads on that game for the year.
Yeah. And imagine if it's the
I know
same
it doesn't
ad.
sound like much. Yeah, I know it doesn't sound like much, but when it comes down to it, those 6 hours, imagine right now, they were like, you start the game and they're like, hey, so you can save time. Would you watch 6 hours of advertisements to not have to watch ads for the rest of the year? Would you take that deal? You'd probably say no. So
No.
why would you also accept it if you're watching a minute of ads every day? Why would you accept it? Say no. And then also, here's another thing. The advertisement, and I know it's kind of like shitting on ads, but ads aren't the worst thing in the world because they do highlight and show you things that you might be interested in if they're done properly,
Yeah.
or if it's curated properly to show you an ad based off of something that you're interested in. That makes sense. I'm not bashing ads. Ads
Yeah, because they help
help
YouTubers make money too.
businesses grow. The Yeah, they help YouTubers make money. 100%. I get it. But it's one of those things where it's like, does it need to be everywhere?
Yeah.
Like, is Naughty Dog going to get some fucking AdSense kickback for implementing ads in their video game? Are they going to make money from the advertisement? And
Yeah.
not just like, oh, they get a lump sum in the beginning. Are they going to get a percentage? Like, if I buy, is it like a affiliate link? Like, if the ad's inside a Naughty Dog game or inside Call of Duty, if I buy the thing through the ad, is Call of Duty going to get, or Activision going to get a little kickback from it? Is it a
Yeah.
way to support companies, right? Because obviously they're going to get paid for the advertisement being in there. Then if you buy through the game's ad, is the company that you're buying through, like Activision in Call of Duty or whatever, going to get a little kickback? Is it also a way that you can support companies? So, like, kind of from the other side, it being a maybe good thing for smaller games where the install base isn't as huge, but you can continuously support the game by, like, oh, watching the ad, it helps NetherRealms with their fucking whatever.
Yeah.
It helps Avalanche with Just Cause 5. Does it help Avalanche as a studio or some shit, Is
Yeah.
it something that can be positively implemented in to where it helps the company get more revenue and more capital to reinvest into the next game, you know? So there's like good side and bad side that I also want to highlight. And yeah, just share your thoughts with us. Share your thoughts
Yeah.
on patreon.com/pandamedia about what you think about this whole ad thing with Microsoft. Do you think they're going to do the right thing, or do you think they're going to implement it in like the most god awful way ever?
The most expensive. Got a whole
Share
thing
your
here.
thoughts.
But yeah, guys, real
Yeah.
quick. The
Share your
the
thoughts.
website
Share your
with the
thoughts.
worst advertisements is WorldStar. WorldStar, please. Oh my gosh. Advertisements ruined that site. I'll tell you that now. That site is terrible now. Back in the old days, like when I was in high school, WorldStar was like what everybody was talking about. The player sucks, the ad sucks, and because usually every video on WorldStar is like 20 seconds or like a minute. There's nothing like no 10-minute freaking WorldStar videos. They will play this
Right.
same lady dancing, and it took me probably about 20 times to watch this advertisement to realize what they were advertising. I thought she was just dancing. It's like a Staples ad or Office Depot ad. Why are you dancing for a Staples or Office Depot ad? It makes no freaking sense. So, guys, please, WorldStar. I'm very like I'll say ticked off. I'm very ticked off about this website because it went from great. Well, the owner did die back in the days, but whoever's running it now completely sucks, dude. And then it's filtered. It was known for unfiltered. Now it's filtered. Who the freaks want to watch some filter advertisement foolishness? Like a 20-second video has a whole minute ad. Makes no sense. So there we go. I had to get that off my chest.
Dude. Yeah, get it off your chest, man. This is what the show's about, man. We're able to share, come together, speak our minds, and provide a place for the community to come and do the same. So definitely talk to us. If you feel like our ideas or whatever or our fucking take on this is totally fucking stupid, shut the fuck up. We don't care about you. No, message the show. Tell us. Suck my dick. Like, fucking.
DMX.
No, just come on to the show. Yeah, come to the show and talk to us about it. Like, what are your thoughts? We love the conversation. We'd love to hear your take on what we find interesting. So yeah,
Yes.
enjoy the show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As far as like the advertisement thing, I mean, I really don't have much else to say. Is there anything else you got that you want to kind of throw out there for him?
Yes. We want to see girls. Throw it in a circle, bro. Not no freaking advertisement. No. No. I'll just play with y'all, but I'm serious at the same time, bro. We don't
Throw
want to
that
see
ass
no.
in a circle.
We don't want to see no
Throw that
freaking
ass
long
in a circle.
advertisements for no freaking short videos. That's everybody, no matter what website. That
But
is the worst thing integrated.
this
Go ahead.
yeah. It's like, yeah, I mean, and also, yeah, we don't want to see any asses get thrown in a circle in the Patreon message either. We don't want to see that. But also, I hope you enjoyed the show. And roasting weenies. They sound like very positive things. I don't know why I thought of that. Fucking enjoy the show. See you guys next week. Panda Cast, episode 15, over and out.
Oh.